Let me share some reasons why we need to be addressing outreach. And when I say outreach here, I'm referring to doing good deeds for other people, telling good news to other people, and giving good teaching to the people who become disciples of Jesus. Why do we need to talk about that? Let me share three reasons. One is because the world is in trouble. It is crystal clear today that people's lives are broken and they need help with their relationships and their emotions and their morality in their lives. And more trouble is coming at the end of the age. We need to do something about that, so we need to address outreach. Another reason that we need to address outreach is because self-absorption is so unhealthy. We know that's true in individuals. When people get all wrapped up in themselves, they don't live very well. And when you get a collection of self-absorbed people together, they don't live very well. And I think that's part of the reason why when churches become self-absorbed, they don't live very well either. In fact, if you look at the life cycles of organizations, including churches, usually the decline sets in when they lose their sense of mission. To help us avoid decline and be a healthy church, we need to focus on outreach. A third reason we need to focus on outreach is because Jesus told us to. He gave us a mission. We have 5 accounts of a great mission that Jesus gave. Now, I know he gave it to the 12 initially, but I don't think he stopped caring about it when the last apostle died. That mission has now been given to us. We're to make disciples of all nations. We're to go preach the gospel. We're to see to it that repentance and forgiveness of sins are proclaimed to all nations. We're to be his witnesses. As the Father sent Jesus, so he sends us as well. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people in the world don't want to hear the message about Jesus. And frankly, a lot of religious people, including some Christians, don't really think we need to be talking about Jesus. But this isn't new. In Acts 4, the Jewish religious authorities told the apostles to stop talking about Jesus. But they replied in Acts 4:19, whether it's right in the eyes of God for us to obey you instead of God, you must decide. But we cannot help but talk about what we've seen and heard. And talk about it they did. They filled Jerusalem with their teaching. And Acts 5 verse 42 says they never stopped preaching and teaching that Jesus is the Christ. So we need to do that because Jesus told us to, because self-absorption is unhealthy and leads to the demise of churches, and because there's trouble in the world. It's something we need to talk about, but we're probably going to need help knowing how to do that, which leads to the next video. I hope you'll take a look.